Well, happy hump day, everybody. We've got 2 humpers that we're going to take a deeper dive on today, and I'm actually going to be auctioning both of these off for $1 on the eBay store because why not? I just feel like it. But before we do that, before we do the deeper research onto those 200-ounce bars, we're going to go and take a look at this package that I once again had to run around town to grab. FedEx does not make grabbing packages easy, so anyways, ultimately grab this, and this one is from Canada, so we know that when the packages are coming from Canada, they're going to be exciting ones. You got to pay those large duty and tax fees, and so there's definitely going to be something special in this, I can tell you that right now. So let's take a look and see what we got. Oh boy. This seems familiar. We got a little bit of confetti to celebrate. So hearts. Wow, beautiful. I always love a nicely packaged package. Makes me feel good when I'm buying some overpriced stuff. You know? That way you don't feel as bad overpaying. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got here. Always excited to take a look at the goodies. There's actually 2 packages in here, so looks like you get a twofer inside the one-fer. Very nice. Very, very nicely packed. Come on. There we go. Very nice. There we go. 3247, 3248. I wonder if these are some sequential goods. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's take a look and see what we got inside here. Ooh, that's an Engelhard, Australia, 2-ounce modern board bar. Always love me one of these. One of my favorites. I should probably put a couple of these up on the store if anybody's interested in those. Those are ridiculously expensive, but anyways. Oh, check this out. 5-ounce. Yep, and this one's actually serialized. So you got the 2-ounce on the modern board bars. These ones aren't serialized. There is a serialized version actually of this. I don't have a serialized version of this. I once saw one available and it was way too expensive, so I didn't grab it, and now I don't see it. But the 5 and the 10-ounce versions of the modern board Engelhard Australia bars are going to be serialized, all of them. So this one is B02244. That's a pretty sweet serial number. So I'm really excited to grab this nice set here. Go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and then grab my box of Engelhard Australias. Let's see, where are those? Oh yeah, it's the nice long slender box. Of course. And add these to the stack. be out of room in this bag. No, there's already a hole in this bag. I'm already out of room. I'm gonna have to grab a bigger bag. That's right. Hopefully put everything, whoops, into this new bag. Just had an explosion of 2-ounce bars there. I don't think any of these are serialized yet. I don't have a single serialized one. Would be super cool, but yeah, not a single one is serialized. I don't even know how many I have. Definitely gonna have to list some of these and just see what happens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, oh, you know what? I do have some serialized 2-ounce ones. I didn't even remember this. Oh no, I don't. These aren't serialized. I thought it was for a second. I don't know why I thought it was. Yeah, it's not. None of these are serialized. Yeah, like I said, I once saw one that was serialized, but none of these are serialized. Anyways, I lost count how many I had there. But it looks like I have quite a few, and I have a new Ziploc bag for the 2-ounces. Very nice. Very cool. And now we can start taking a look at the 5-ounces. These are the 5-ounces. Okay. And then this is what actually a 10-ouncer looks like. So you got the 10-ouncer. Right next to that you have the 5-ouncer. And right next to that you got the 2-ounces. So the 2-ounces are oval shaped, whereas these are kind of like a rounded rectangle. And I've also got some of these in the original box. So this is the 10-ouncer in the box, and these are the 5-ounces in the box. Don't have any 2-ounces in the box, but I got a couple 5-ounces in the box. So that's pretty cool. 2 10-ounces, 3 5-ounces, and a nice stack of 2-ounces. Well, I guess we got one more 5-ouncer right there too. Cool. So that's the Engelhard Australia stash. Modern bars, right? So let's get something straight. All Engelhard, they don't even really recognize these. You won't find these modern pour bars on all Engelhard. They just aren't on there because they're not supportive of them, because it's a modern bar, it's not a vintage bar. They were made in roughly 2015, 2016 era, from my understanding. And so, you know, there's a little bit of drama behind the Engelhard Australia bars, I'm not gonna lie. Now, when we talk about Engelhard Australia, the reason these are such a sticky situation, right, like there's so much drama around these, is because Engelhard Australia vintage, proper Engelhard Australia vintage bars are by far the rarest that you could find on the face of the earth, right? Engelhard USA, Engelhard Canada, these are, I'm not going to say they're a dime a dozen, but relative to Engelhard Australia, they're a dime a dozen. And I can tell you why, I can go extensively into why that is, but long story short, the reason that is because there are very, very few Engelhard Australia bars out there, types. There's very few types out there, and the mintage is very low on all those types. And so let's just use the 1-ounce bars as an example. There's only 4 types of Engelhard Australia 1-ounce bars. 3 of them are pressed, and they look almost identical, and they're each only 500 minted. And the other one is like a really cool looking pour bar, which I've never even seen it available for sale. And that's also very low mintage, I think less than 500. So I think there's only like 1,700 Engelhard Australia vintage bars that exist, period, in the 1-ounce varieties. Okay? So that's ridiculous. And so you saw how many Engelhard Australia modern poured bars I have. I have tons of them, and I paid a ridiculous premium for them all because whoever made those, it's like some offshoot of the original Engelhard Australia. One of the people who worked for them or something. You know, there's information about it on AppMex if you go up to and pull up the information about the Engelhard Australia bars, but they're a modern board bar, and so that's something you have to keep in mind with respect to those cool looking board bars. They were intentionally made to look different than an actual Engelhard Australia bar, so they look nothing like them. So one thing I wanted to show you is an actual Engelhard vintage Australia bar. And I have actually 2 of them. So this is an actual Engelhard Australia. You see that? Engelhard Australia. And the back is extremely unique. Look at this. It's like something you've never seen really before, unless you've looked at the image on all Engelhard. Check that out. So this is an Engelhard Australia. Vintage. True vintage. And these basically just are not available really. You cannot find these. You can't find them. They're just not available. It's kind of like that Canadian Prospector that I have, you know? It's just not available, you know what I'm saying? So, that's a true Engelhard Australia vintage, and these are Engelhard Australia modern poured bars. Still very cool, still one of my very favorite bars. That 2-ounce especially is one of my absolute favorites. As you can see, I can't stop collecting them. Whenever I see them, I grab them. I probably kind of will take a halt on that because now I've come to the realization that I have a sickening amount of those. Now, what are these gold pieces doing here? These are some Volcambi Armillary coins, and I'm going to be auctioning both of these off $1 each. Starting at $1 each, 10-day auction. I'm just going to put those up. I'm going to put one up. As soon as that one gets a couple bids, I'm going to put the other one up. So if these interest you, this is 1 full ounce of gold that can be broken down into 4 fractional 1/4 ounce pieces of gold, and they're tiny little rings. If you recall, a few weeks back we had like a whole run of 4 stack packs that each had one of these concentric rings in them, plus like additional stuff. So if you want the whole thing in the assay, this is $100 legal tender, by the way. Each concentric ring, each 1/4 ounce ring is $25 legal tender in the Cook Islands. So that's pretty cool. So it's just like a cool way to just store gold. Who knows what it'll get bid up to? I think I auctioned one of these off and it ultimately sold for like $1,900 or something, and that's when spot price was higher. So you know, you might end up just getting like a piece of gold that's like the actual legal tender, and it might not even be that expensive if you bid on them. And there's 2 of them, so there's 2 up for grabs. And then it's 100-ounce hump day, and it's already like 12 minutes in, and we haven't done really any research. But anyways, let's check these out. 100-ounce hump day, baby. Let's get through these. Sorry, I wasn't planning to make so many pit stops along the way to these 100-ounce bars, but it happens. And you know, if you're bored, just leave. You know, it's okay. Nobody's gonna judge you. I was talking to Savage Stacker the other day, and he's just like, man, sometimes I just don't have time to, you know, watch all these videos. I want to, but there's just so much going on, and that's okay. You know, it's all right if you don't watch every minute of every video, but if you like them, watch them. You know, if you got the time, watch them. So we got 200-ounce bars here today, and this one you guys probably recognize because not this specific one, but this type, we auctioned off one just like this, and so I can tell you straight away this is 375,000 minted because I've already done the research. We already did the research. This is in quite nice condition, actually, just like that last one was. I'm seeing one little, quite a nice ding here on this corner, so that's one imperfection there. But any imperfections really don't matter on a vintage bar, right? This you're going to be hard to find something this smooth and something in this pristine condition for sure. Like kind of taking a gamble. And look, I love these press bars because of that little slice there. You can see like the rings, kind of like almost like a tree trunk, it reminds me of a tree trunk. So I love, it's like that on both sides. You can see the individual slices in a way. So that's really cool. And I love this triangle logo right here. This bar is really cool too because the serial number is P884489. Oh, one away from being super cool, but still a very cool serial number. And the back is just clean as a whistle. Look at that. This is just, if you're looking to just stack silver, there is no alternative really. This is silver. 999 plus, fine. That's what sets single heart apart. This is 999 plus. Wow, what a beautiful bar. It's gonna be sad to see this one go. Beautiful 100-ounce bar that's gonna be listed for $1 again. So this bar now has quite a bit more scratches. And look at these big dings here on the top. You can see them right there. Boom, big dings. Really, lots of scratches, and you can see like this is almost seems like. I mean, it's definitely a different logo, but this almost seems kind of like it's almost like faded. You know, kind of got a really rugged look to it. Quite a nice bar though. Well, we're gonna have to do some research on this one, see what the mintage info is on this. But really nice clean bar. It's got some scratches on it, but overall solid chunk of metal for sure. This is a really nice vintage bar as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and see how it compares to the top one. Alright, AG 100 ounce. Let's take a look at the serial P4. Let's take a look. P4. Only one result for P4, so, and it looks exactly like this. Okay, 300,000 minted. So this is actually, there's actually 75,000 fewer of these compared to these. So this is a 375,000 minted, and this is just a 300,000 minted. Less than that. And also keep in mind that these 100-ounce bars back in the day, they weren't as prized as they are now, right? So back in the day, they used to melt these things down, right? And just use them to, melt down into smaller bars, or use them for jewelry, jewelry making and stuff like that. So there's less than 300,000 of these, and there's less than 375,000 of these. So that's what's very interesting to know. But anyways, both of these are gonna go up for $1. I wonder who's gonna be the first person to bid on those, and these two as well. They're just gonna go up for $1. Imagine if like only one person bid on it, and they ultimately just got like an ounce of gold for $1. That would be wild. But anyways, 17 minutes in, and I think I'm gonna go for 20 minutes because it was funny. Here's my A-mark bars, and Stack That Gold. He was talking about my last video how I whipped out the poured round and the 10-ounce bar and those sacks, those C. Ryan sacks. Well, those I was saying are by far the rarest like USVI pieces that I have, and so Stack That Gold was like, well, now all you need is the San Diego coin exchange bars, and for anybody who's not familiar with what that is, USVI, out of their chunky stackers, the San Diego coin exchange bars are by far the most elusive. Like they are so difficult to find, very, very difficult to find, and so even the biggest A-mark stacker that I know, Larry Large Stacks, I don't believe he even has one. And so if anybody has a direct connection to him, I'd really like to just reach out to him and maybe set up like a trade with him, or just really figure out a way to best get one of those into his hands, because that's something I believe that might be one of the only missing pieces from his stack, and so I'm really eager to get in touch with him. So that's something that I've been meaning to do that haven't had a chance to do yet, and so I'd really like to get in touch with Larry Large Stacks and just have a chat. But anyways, Stack That Gold was talking about the San Diego coin exchange bars, and I actually happened to come across a nice stash of them. And so these are a really special thing that I've been waiting to show you. I haven't showed you yet, but here it is, the San Diego coin coin exchange bar. A USVI ingot. Pretty cool, huh? 1 troy ounce. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Cheers and happy bidding. Please do feel free to bid.